Good morning, everyone. I'm Patrice, and welcome to Inner City Hype. Today I'm at my old alma mater because I actually graduated from Mona Shores a couple of years ago, actually. And I'm with two young ladies today who are seniors at Mona Shores who are going to make a difference. They already are. And I have with me Maggie. Hi.
Hi.
And Caitlin.
Hi.
And they're the co-presidents of the Amnesty International Mona Shores chapter. That was a mouthful.
Yeah.
So why don't you tell us, now you started it.
Yes, my sister and I started it my freshman year, which was her senior year. And it actually started when I made my 8th grade trip to Washington, D.C. And we met directly with Amnesty International USA. So it was really powerful, and it really influenced me to make a difference in my own community, to take what I learned there and make a difference in the school that I attend. So I brought the Amnesty here, and I asked Caitlin to be the co-president my sophomore year, and she's been great help, and we've been working side by side ever since.
Tell us a little, how did you like being involved, obviously?
Oh, I love it, yes.
And the one thing I was told about from the very beginning is that both of you have such passion for what you're doing.
Yes, it's just been a passion of ours I would say ever since we were little. Like, we've always had a passion to help, like, people outside of ourselves. So, Caitlin, did you want to?
Yeah, because we're so fortunate here in America, and I think sometimes we don't realize that outside of our own little Muskegon bubble, things actually are occurring, and people don't have the safe environment that we have here.
And tell us what exactly are you getting involved with? First of all, tell us about this $13,000.
Oh, well, our goal this year, every year we have a set goal, and our goal this year is to build a school in Cambodia, and it'll take $13,000, and the World Bank and the Asian Development Bank are matching that, so it'll end up being $40,000. We have a few fundraisers planned for this year. We just finished one, which was called Cardboard Village. That was just basically camping out in the football fields in cardboard boxes. So we got the real experience in the 30-degree weather of what people have to go through without shelters, and what people who suffer human trafficking, which is what we're trying to stop, what they have to go through. And that was we raised actually about $8,000 just from that alone. So it was great to see the school come together for that.
Now, for people that aren't aware of it, tell us a little bit about what human trafficking is.
Yeah, okay.
Human trafficking is usually it's in the sex industry, so a lot of times young girls at the age of 12 and 14 are abducted from their home villages and are forced into sex trafficking before they even reach puberty. And a lot of times it's their own families that are just not able to get by and not able to put food on the table and provide for their kids. And oftentimes it's mothers, fathers, neighbors that force these girls into this trade. And human trafficking occurs a lot of times in developing countries, and very much in Cambodia, India, but it's also here in the United States. And so we really wanted to tackle this issue, and we really wanted to work to get these girls out of it, and we believe education is the key to doing so.
Oh, and right here in the United States as well?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes. I mean, it's happening.
I guess I'm a little naive.
Yeah.
Probably in Michigan too, yeah.
Yeah,
Michigan.
It's just a worldwide problem that, like, I think just like as Americans, we try to sort of avoid, like, the
Bury
problem
our
that
heads.
happens here, and we kind of put it off to other countries, but it's actually happening right here at home.
And that's part of what you're getting involved in.
Right, yeah.
And education, I think people don't realize what an impact education does have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's taken for granted here, really.
Yeah.
Going to school is just a normal thing for us every day, Monday through Friday, but a lot of kids don't have the opportunity to be educated.
Yeah, and that's really what our goal this year is. That's why we're choosing to build a school in Cambodia, because we believe that if women are educated, that'll help the whole, the entire world, really, because once women are educated, then they have the power, they are empowered, and they can become more independent, and they can help their entire village, and they can become the leaders of their village, and through that they have the power to educate the next generation and really help women to become more independent. And that's really what our goal is, to see the more equality side of women's rights.
Now, when you got involved and you went to Washington, they educated you about this, and that's why you became involved with, because you felt this passion.
Right, like I've always, ever since, like I said, when I was little, like I've always felt that I needed to help people besides myself. It's not just us that need the help, it's the people that are really suffering and going through poverty.
And, you know, and that's somebody that's going to make a difference as someone because you are operating from the heart.
Right. Caitlin and I both really feel the same way about this issue. So.
Now you have how many members involved here at your school?
About 50 members, actually. Our freshman year, I'd say we had about 20 members, but over these 4 years, we have gained actually about 50 members. So it was really great to see the club grow like this much.
Yeah.
And your advisors told me earlier that a lot of it has to do with your passion, not only your passion, you draw people in with your personality.
I don't know, yeah.
I would say so. I would say so. This is a pretty easy interview, so I would say your personality's got a lot to do with
Thank
it.
you.
And making people aware, we can always make a difference. If you can educate people, that makes all the difference in the world, and you're part of the solution rather than the problem. Because anytime we bury our heads to things, we're not part of the solution, and you are going to be.
Yeah.
And you said that this is going to be something you're going to do throughout your life.
Yeah. Both of Caitlin and our prospective careers. I'm gonna hopefully go into human geography in Washington D.C. and.
Yeah, I would like to actually go into political science with
Really?
like intercultural relations and maybe work for an NGO or something. I don't know, long run, but this passion that
Yeah.
we've had here at the high school, I couldn't imagine a life without continuing this. So
Yeah. So. Yep. And then I'm hoping to go into the Peace Corps afterwards as well.
Really?
Yep. Both Caitlin and I.
You girls are amazing. This is a great interview. You know, and it's great to see that you're able to get other people that are going to have this same passion as you do.
Yeah.
That's probably the most exciting thing of it
Right.
is that people have come up to us and they're saying, oh, wow, I'm really excited to do this cardboard village and I'm excited to build this school. And we can have all the passion we want, but when we see it in other people, it's very rewarding.
Yeah. It's really heartwarming is truly what it is. Like it really warms my heart to see that people care as much as we do.
You know, and that cardboard village, to me, I learned a long time ago, if you want to learn something, you read a book. If you want to understand, you have to live it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And that's what you're doing. That's the message that you're sending. Now, your group meets how often?
About twice a month, just to kind of focus on our fundraisers and get everything in line. And our members are really strong and passionate this year, so we're really happy with where the group is going.
And you meet here at the school.
Mm-hmm. Yep, in Mrs. Conrad's room.
So, and we're going to talk to them later. You have 2 advisors with this.
Yep.
Yep.
And how did you get them involved?
Caitlin, did you?
They actually are wonderful. They've inspired us so much too. But we, Maggie and her sister asked Mrs. Conrad because she is our AP World History teacher, and both Mrs. Conrad and Mr. Miller are in the Social Studies department, and their passion for these issues, I would say, is definitely equal to ours.
Yeah.
So they're very passionate about building a school in human rights issues. So it was just an easy choice to pick them for our advisors.
Their constant support has been absolutely overwhelming, and it's great to see that they have our backs on everything and they're really guiding us through everything that we're doing.
Now, this is a local chapter. Are you in contact with other amnesties?
Not really as much. We're legally a part of Amnesty International, so we do make our payments to be part of it. So.
Are you able to go to any conferences or anything or do you have to, or is that necessary?
No, it's not necessary. There are conferences. We actually missed the Midwest conference. It was in October because of our Cardboard Village event.
Okay.
But that would have been really fun to go to. But it's very optional and it's very Mona Shores based.
Now, how do you come up with ideas for fundraisers?
Brainstorm.
Yeah, just really hours of brainstorming and how can we get the impact into our school is really what our goal has been this year. How can we raise awareness throughout not only our school but our community? So.
And there's actually a lot of work involved in pulling together fundraisers.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, getting volunteers to help with it and setting logistics. Mm-hmm. It's just a lot of work involved in that.
Right, exactly.
So what are the things you would tell people out there listening right now, especially people your age, that would want to inspire them to get involved, not in just this, but anything that would help other people?
Yeah, I would say that once you find your passion, just go for it because you can just have this passion in something, but if you sit back and don't let your thoughts and your voice be heard, then nothing will happen and nothing will be changed. But when you have the passions that Maggie and I have, and just you have the voice and you can make a difference, and with our advisors, we have the support behind us, and we have the Mona Shores community behind us. So just go for your passions and aspire to make the change.
Like you'll be surprised at how much support you can get if you constantly are working towards the goal. And really the most important thing that we've learned throughout the years is to never ever give up, because we started small and it's grown into probably one of the school's largest groups, and we really feel that now that we've had this experience in high school that we truly can make a difference like in the world. So really just go with your heart.
And I'll tell you, your passion, your personality, I think is contagious to those around you.
Thank you.
Well, we're going to go to a break right now. And when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit to your advisors. Hopefully you'll come back and close the program out for us today.
Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
wonderful.
Okay, we'll be back in just a minute.